Good morning, traders. Welcome back to another pre-market watch list here today inside the boiler room. Thank you guys for tuning in. Do appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and start rocking and rolling here in just a second. Wait for some more people to get in. Jeremy, Cooley, good morning. So do want to mention we are going to have some higher price stocks here in today's watch list, upwards of $300 a day. Reason being is it is earnings, so there's a lot of stocks that are gapping up really big here this morning on earnings. So that's a lot of what we're going to pay attention to today. And then I also have quite a few penny stocks that I'm going to mention. I'm not going to go over in depth on all the penny stocks, like super strong. I'm just going to mention a lot of them just because there's a lot. So I don't have time to go over all these penny stocks, but I got a list of penny stocks that I've run a scan on that I'm basically just going to shout out so you guys can write them down, do whatever you need to do, and put them on your watch list. But there's so many of them that we won't have time to really go through everything in a very descriptive manner. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you them briefly, and then you guys can write them down and do your own analysis on them. But there is quite a few of the penny stocks and then quite a few other ones here this morning. So haven't looked at Twitter yet this morning. CRK, I think CRK was one of the penny stocks. No, it's not. So anywho, we're going to go ahead and get started here, looking at some stocks. And once again, thank you guys all for tuning in. Let's see. I mean, yeah, trading Amazon earnings, I mean, that's kind of a vague question, but sure, if you see value in trading it, yeah. Facebook is ripping. Facebook's on our watch list already. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm going to make this screen bigger. We're going to go ahead and start sharing some things, and we're going to get into it. Is it that one? Yeah, it is that one. Yeah, that screen. Cool. All right. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. So first thing, I'm going to go through all the stocks that I'm watching first, and then I'm going to take a look at all the other penny stocks that I want to mention. So first thing on the watch is going to be Facebook. Facebook had absolutely, hold on one second. Facebook had some really good earnings. Let me do that, move that over there, boom. And then we're going to do that. Okay, so Facebook had some really good earnings here this morning. Facebook is up $12 a share. So that's a really big gap up. They had good earnings. Facebook is killing it this morning. So Facebook's going to be one of the main stocks that I'm watching here this morning. And I don't want any of these studies on. Hold on one second. Okay, so Facebook is one of the main watches this morning because of this huge gap up. Now, honestly, I want to be long bias on Facebook over 172. I think that's would be a good entry for me, long over 172. But also, a lot of times, like I stated before, on earnings days, when these things gap up really big, a lot of times they'll end up dipping down and then going long. So don't necessarily think that Facebook's going to rip right out of the gates. You might see a pull down or a pullback from selling pressure from people that made a lot of money on this move up. So then it might actually come down a bit. So it's very possible that we see it do this, right? Where it comes down and then it gets dip bought and then it goes. So that's kind of what I'm watching for. I'm looking for a dip buy to go long or just an entry over this high, 172. That's the game plan there. Looking back on the daily chart, 172 is resistance. You can see right here, this is about the 172 mark right in here. And it previously was a dump spot where the stock popped up and then it fell down. So this kind of area there at 172 is a little bit of a resistance area. Right, and if we zoom out further, there might be something else there. Let's see, 172. Yep. So yeah, this 172 area is definitely a resistance, just because you can see back from here there was a lot of trading, choppy trading that took place in this area. Right, you can see the dip down there, that bottom, and then this trading in between here. So this 172, 175 area is definitely a resistance on Facebook. So don't be surprised if it doesn't run past that area. So Facebook definitely on the watch list. Never say never. So again, right, you could do a possible long there, but I'm also watching it for short. So that's another thing. You have to be able to trade both ways in the market. So Facebook is the #1 on my watch list. Again, another big one is CMG. CMG is Chipotle. Chipotle is up $45 a share this morning from 340 to 387. So this is on a really, really strong watch. It's super strong earnings. Stock is flying up. It's up $45 a share. I would not be surprised to see some profit taking out of the gate. So similar to Facebook where it's up, I wouldn't be surprised to see it dip and start going down, right? That's what I think that's very possible to see have happen on Chipotle. So I'll be watching Chipotle for a possible short here. All right, definitely watching that for a short today. I know it's a higher price stock, and some of you guys can afford it. Some of you may be able to. So what I say, it's up to 384. So there's 380s. All right, 384. So it's right in this area, but there's really not much resistance, right? There's no clear resistance area. But I do expect that there's going to be some profit taking on CMG after this big pump up. So again, I'll be watching for maybe a reject of high a day here and then a dump, right? And then I'll get short. So that was one. The other one is O'Reilly Auto Parts, right? Hold on. ORLY, O'Reilly Auto Parts, has a really big gap up this morning as well of $27. So again, this one's up $27 a share. There's definitely some money to be made on O'Reilly Auto Parts today. So I'll watch this for a possible long entry over 256. If it can't break 256, I might watch it short for a dump, right? And some profit taking. So a lot of these earnings plays are all the same thing. O'Reilly looking for a short if it's a profit taking wash. Then we have DPZ. Domino's is up. What was Domino's up? Domino's is up $16 a share this morning. Could very easily see this come down, but this one doesn't trade on its heavy volume, so I probably won't trade that. What was the other one? The other one was ALGN. ALGN, another big one that's up $16 a share. Again, I'm not as crazy about this one, but again, this is another big gap up where you could see some profit taking out of the gates and get it on a short play. All right. So ALGN, DPZ, not really crazy about that, but I'm more focused on CMG, O'Reilly, and Facebook. Okay. Those are going to be my main ones. Now I'm going to run through a lot of penny stocks here. So this is where you guys should get your pens and paper ready because I'm going to run through a bunch of penny stocks. All right. Ready? Get ready because it's going to be quick. All right. Because everyone's like, oh, you don't mention enough penny stocks. So this is for you guys. This is for all the people that thought I didn't mention enough penny stocks. You guys are getting a whole list today. BTE. Here we go. Here's BTE. If you look at the daily chart, BTE has been trending up. It's a little overextended, but it's possible that it continues running. All right, so you can watch BTE. I use this to find BTE based on a stock scanner from FinViz, and I did a whole video on how to find these stocks with the scanner on FinViz. Right, so if you ran the scanner a couple days ago, you would have been able to find it a couple days ago. But again, BTE, possible to watch. It's over all of its 52-week highs. I do think that it's ready for a pullback, so you could watch BTE. All right. The next one on the list is DARE. DARE has a possible continuation. All right. If you look at this stock, look at this huge volume spike, right? Big volume spike. We're starting to see the stock just now starting to pop up, right? And when you have a stock like this trading below its moving averages, each one of these moving averages is a resistance spot, right? And then also right here. So again, you have resistance up here at $3 and you have resistance at 166. So if DARE does in fact continue up today, it's probably going to see some resistance right at about 166 today. And if you look at the movement from yesterday, this thing trades pretty choppy. There's a lot of selling pressure, and that's why each time it pops up, it comes right back down because a lot of people were selling on these moves up. So this is not going to be your easiest trade because it's all kind of choppy. Hold on one second. All right, so Yeah, I mean, like I said, this one trades really choppy. I watched it yesterday, and every time it popped up, there was just massive selling pressure. So again, DARE is one you could watch as well for penny stock continuation. All right, on to the next one. EBIO. I don't really like EBIO because it trades pretty choppy, but you could watch it. This thing's over its 52-week high. It's been running up. We've talked about it for a couple days. This one I personally think is due for a pullback. That's why I won't trade it long. But for some of you guys, you may be able to see value in it today. EBIO, another penny stock you can watch for trading. All right, continue down the list. EVLV. EVLV, it started moving up yesterday. It's possible that it will continue today. It doesn't trade on the heaviest volume yet, but it is trading, right? Had a nice pop up. You can also see here we had a lot of volume. Not to mention there is talks. If you look at the news, there's talks of Amazon that's interested in buying them out. So that's kind of the news that started this move. So again, EVLV starting to move right now. Talks of Amazon buying them out. You could watch EVLV. All right, let's go now. EYPT or EYPT. All right, EYPT from $1.90 up to $2.55 yesterday. Looking at the daily chart, it's been going through a massive push up, a lot of volume. Okay. Secondly, it's up really, really big. I would say this is better off to short because we're already up really high. We kind of came close to that 52-week high and came down. So I think that EYPT is at its resistance and it's ready to come down. So you can watch that for a short for some of you guys. And it's already starting to gap down this morning. All right. Next one on the list, and I'm just flying through. I'm not really looking at comments right now, guys. I'm flying through these. HLX. All right. HLX starting to move up. It's on relatively good volume. All right. This is another penny stock. It's not the best, but you might want to watch that one. HLX. All right. On to the next one, IPI. IPI, here you go. IPI is up from yesterday. Had a nice move. It held its highs, right? So if you look here, IPI went up to 488 yesterday, and it's holding this level pretty well. So this is one we would consider that has a strong possibility to continue moving up today. All right. Again, you have to notice that over here, it had resistance at 522 where it topped out. It's 52-week high at 512. So don't be surprised if it pops up to $5 today and then it starts coming back down. All right, so IPI. All right, on to the next one. All right, IPI. LEDS. LEDS, don't even trade LEDS, forget that one. PFIE. PFIE has been continuously grinding up, so this one's on a bullish run. Right now, I would say it's a little overextended, but you could watch it, right? It trades on light volume, so this is more of a penny stock that I would consider has to be more of a swing trading stock than a day trading stock. PFIE, you can watch PFIE. PGH. Okay, PGH is below. It's a really low price one, low volume. Probably don't trade that. Forget PGH. RESN. RESN starting to move a bit. All right, it's down right here at the bottom. So right now it's at its 52-week low. It's starting to pick back up in its volume, right? So this could be a good sign, maybe a swing trade potential here on RESN. All right, on to the next one. Actually, no, that's all that I have. So there you go. Boom, a bunch of penny stocks for you. So I know I went through that fast, and I'm going to type them all in the box here. So 1 second, let me type all these tickers so you guys will know to watch them. EVIO, EVLV, EYPT, HLX, IPI, PFIE, PRESN. There you go. I just mentioned all the penny stocks there so you can copy and paste them. All right, so those are all the stocks that I'm watching. Those penny stocks, I probably won't necessarily trade half of them, but again, a lot of you guys like trading penny stocks more so than, you know, some of you, that's all you want to trade. So I just gave you a huge list of penny stocks that you guys could really, keep your eyes on. I will look at CRK. Is that the one? CRK. Hold on. Okay. So yeah, CRK is the leading gapper this morning, Comstock Resources. When I checked it first, it wasn't that great, but now it looks a little better. They have no news unless it's somewhere else. Hold on, let me see. CRK, Comstock Resources announced withdrawal tender offers for outstanding secured notes. Comstock, blah, blah, blah. What's in the card? So yeah, there's some news here. There is definitely some news. Hold on. So there's some stuff about their earnings, stating it might be a pretty good earnings beat coming up, I believe. Yeah, I guess maybe they're expected to beat earnings. I don't know. So they're starting to pop up. Either way, you could watch this one, right? This one, it's up really big. So whenever stocks are up this big, they always run the big risk of just dumping right out of the gates. So this is a type of play we're going to watch to get long over a pre-market high breakout of 716. If it fails to break 716, be cautious because it might start dumping. So again, entry would be over 716. Before I say that, let me check this again. 716, 716, 716. So 716, this area is definitely resistance, right? You have a lot of resistance right in this $8, $7 area right there. Not to mention, it's possible that there was a lot of people that were short selling this. So this could also cause for a big squeeze if it breaks out of 8, right? So either way, you can be watching a CRK. Actually, I want to check something real fast. No shares to borrow, and that's cool. So CRK, you can watch that one. Okay, there's a few more things that are starting to pop here. 1 second. Yeah, not a big fan of that. AQ. Nah. Nah. All right. Let's see. To be honest, I have no clue. There's so many of them that I just don't have enough time to quickly analyze and get a good insight. But those are, those are a bunch of penny stocks. There's probably a bunch of them that have news. And again, I just don't have the time to run through them all. Let's see. AKER. AKER was a stock that I mentioned months ago that would never break $1. Nobody believed me. Again, I specifically said to sell. This is actually when I said sell AKER. That is when I said to sell AKER and get out of it. A lot of people held on thinking it would break $1, and I specifically said, no, it won't break $1. And then they refused to listen. And now what's happening is it's trending back down. And now there's a bunch of bag holders that don't want to sell, thinking it's going to come back up, which it might, but chances are this is going to fade all the way back down to about 12 cents a share. So if you're long in this, it's best to get out because it's trending down. So you're going against the trend if you're long right now, which is not good. So I would just sell AKER and get out of that. HEAR. HEAR is another one that's really, really choppy. It trades really choppy. It's not an easy trade, and it trades on light volume. If you're going to trade this, you'd have to be swing trading it. And again, it's up pretty big. You can see all this choppy fighting going on. So people want it to go higher. People want it to go lower. This is best one to probably just start leaving alone for right now until there's a clean setup. Right now, there's no clean setup. It's doji, 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 doji. It's not clean. You can't get a good reading off that. It's a fight. Nobody knows if it's going to go higher. Nobody knows if it's going to go lower. That's what these candles are. One candle up, one candle down. One candle up, one candle down. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There's no good reading on that. Best to leave that alone. GNC, it's popping up this morning from earnings, I think, was what it was. Yeah, popping up, but I never trade GNC. It's a junker. I don't want to say it's a junker, but it never has any follow through. I mean, it goes up and then it comes down. It goes up. It just doesn't have the follow through. So I never end up trading GNC. People pumping about. Yeah, and that's another thing. Like Kevin Roberts said right there, biotech companies get pumped up like crazy because biotech companies are supposed to be like the future and a lot of that stuff. And they get pumped up and they're best to honestly stay away from, especially if you're newer into trading. Let's talk about the market real fast, guys. So here we go. Here's the market. So we have the market today rebounding pretty well. up to 265. It's having trouble breaking 265, which is not surprising. That's pretty obvious. 165 is a really big mental area, and if you look, right, it had a lot of resistance at 265 area earlier. I mean, if you look, ready, I'll zoom in some more. Right, look at the 265 area. You know, it stopped out there, stopped out there, stopped out there, 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 and then it finally broke through 265 here. Right, and it was going up. So again, the price is right now at 265. So 265 is a strong resistance area. Okay, so another thing to mention is the stock is holding up, or sorry, the market's holding up above the 200 moving average. So it is bouncing off this 200 moving average. So keep that in mind, that if in fact the market breaks down below this 200 moving average, we're probably going down. Okay. So anywho, and this was from a while ago. Actually, hold on. I'm going to show you something. Well, real quick. Ready? Oh, that's not. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. I got to log into something, and I'll show you. All right, guys. This is my TradingView account where I post some things every once in a while. I'm not super active on it, but if you want to go ahead and follow me there on TradingView, I'll do some pretty descriptive pictures and analyzing stocks. Right. So this is some stuff that you'll see on TradingView for me. You know, pretty descriptive things on, you know, what you could be doing, right? And again, I'm not super active on there, but I do put stuff in there a while. So if you want, you can go ahead and follow me there just to get some more insight on trading. And you can go to TradingView and look up Boiler Room Trading and you'll find me. But I wanted to mention this. Look at this. This is one of my analyses on the market, right? So look at when I did this. If you look at the stock here, this is back, you know, a few months, so back about a month ago. And I said, watch the SPY. It's probably in a descending triangle pattern. So look at this, right? Get a good glimpse and ingrain this picture into your head. What I said, watch the SPY for potential descending triangle pattern. If the SPY, in fact, breaks down the triangle, we'll see downside, blah, blah, blah. So look at that picture, right? And now come into, that was probably, I made that picture probably a month ago, right? Now let's come into today and we'll look at what the market looks like. Oh, what do you know? It looks pretty darn close, right? So there you go. So if you want to follow me there, you can get some insight on some more trading. But again, that's what we appear to be in, is a very similar descending triangle pattern. All right. So again, market still overall bearish. I think we're going to see a little bit of a struggle to get over 265 on the SPY. So again, today is going to be one of those days where I think we're going to see a back and forth battle between the bulls and the bears, possibly. Okay. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If it goes down, you could want to be long bias on things like TVIX and UVXY. Let's see. Yep. Anyway, that's about it. That's really all I got for you here today, guys. So yeah, that's all I got for you. So a ton of penny stocks. Again, if you just hopped in, you could scroll up a little bit. You could scroll up in the chat and you'll see a big list of penny stocks I wrote out. Copy and paste that, mark them down, whatever you want to do. You can watch all those. So the market, it's back up after that dump. It's back up, and we're probably going to see a little bit of consolidating. And so a lot of the big stocks are moving today. We have a lot of earnings plays coming out. So you're going to see a lot of the bigger names, Facebook, things like that. Tesla, keep in mind, here's another thing to watch Tesla, because as we know, Tesla, they make no money. It's nothing new. Tesla doesn't make money. They're basically broke. I don't want to say they're broke, but they don't make any money. They have no positive cash flow, nothing like that. So I wouldn't expect their earnings to be good. Their earnings are coming up here in, I think, a week or 2 weeks or something like that. So Tesla earnings I would expect they're not going to be good. So I'm not going to lie. This is something I don't normally do, but knowing the company so well, like Tesla, knowing that they usually don't have good earnings and they don't have any positive cash flow, I might honestly do a kind of a gamble trade, kind of feel it. Again, I've had a pretty good month and I got some money to play with. So for me, it's kind of like, sure, why not? But I might do like a riskier option play on Tesla for their earnings in anticipation that they're going to gap down. I'm not saying you should, but do keep in mind Tesla has earnings coming up and their earnings usually aren't that good and their stock kind of dumps on earnings. So I'm going to focus on that in the next couple of weeks. Let's see. Ron, you have to scroll all the way back up. You'll see them. Look for the message from me. Look for the message from me. All right. So anywho, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. Please do give me a like or a thumbs up before you head out the door here. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow morning on the watch list. And before I go, I know some of you don't want to hear it anymore, but I do got to mention it. There's only a few days left to get 50% off on our private group and trading course and things like that. It's the first link in the description. Again, the sale ends on May 1st. So after May 1st, we won't be able to receive 50% off. And this is for our new section, Mastering Penny Stocks, which I've already released, but it's not fully complete. So you can hop in our free chat room too. There's a link to join our chat room and get in the free version. So if you wanted to hear insight from any of our private members, they'll be more than happy to tell you how awesome our group is. So go ahead, check that out. Facebook group, free networking platform through Facebook, our Facebook group, that's all free. So if you're new, just make sure to check out the description box and I'll see you guys all tomorrow morning. That's really all I got for you for right now. So stay tuned. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.